Hey there, Salem fanatic. Let's get right into the massive spoiler that has everyone talking. Over the next 2 weeks, Brady Black and Sarah Horton are taking their relationship to the absolute next level. That is right, you guys. We are about to see Brady and Sarah officially exchange I love yous. Brady is absolutely thrilled with the progress they are making, and he is already looking 10 steps ahead. With Kristen DiMera completely MIA right now, Brady is desperate to provide some much-needed stability for his daughter Rachel. He is literally picturing this perfect, happy, blended family with himself, Sarah, Rachel, and little Victoria. And get this, the rumor mill is completely on fire with the spoiler that Brady is going to drop to one knee and propose to Sarah much sooner than anyone expected. A proposal! Can you believe it? But let's be real for a second. I think this move is a huge mistake because Brady is rushing into this for all the wrong reasons. We have to look at Brady's deep psychological history. Brady is an addict, and I am not just talking about his well-documented struggles with substances. Brady is addicted to toxic, chaotic relationships. Just look at his track record. He spent years being manipulated by Kristen DiMera. He was dragged through the mud by Teresa Donovan. He had his heart shattered by Chloe Lane and Eve Donovan. Brady constantly gravitates toward women who destroy his life. So what happens when he finally finds a good girl like Sarah Horton? He overcompensates. He is clinging to Sarah like a life raft because she represents the safety and normalcy he has never been able to achieve. He doesn't just want Sarah, he wants the illusion of the perfect family she can provide. And you won't believe what happens next when we factor in the Kristen equation. Right now, Kristen is missing in action. We know she got caught up in EJ's botched kidnapping transport, but Brady just thinks she has conveniently vanished. Brady is using Kristen's absence as a window of opportunity to lock Sarah down. He thinks that if he can get a ring on Sarah's finger and move her in, he can create an impenetrable fortress around Rachel before Kristen inevitably returns. But that is crazy. This is Kristen DiMera we are talking about. She is not gonna stay gone forever. When Kristen finally crawls her way back to Salem and finds Sarah Horton playing mommy to her daughter, we are going to see a nuclear explosion. Kristen already hates Sarah for a million different reasons, not the least of which was kidnapping her and leaving her on an island. The bad blood between these two women is legendary. A lot of fans think Sarah is genuinely moving on and falling for Brady, but I actually think she is playing a dangerous game of self-deception. Yes, she is saying I love you to Brady, but her heart is completely tethered to Xander Cook. Lack of love was never the issue between Xander and Sarah. It was always his ruthless, mercenary lifestyle that drove them apart. Right now, Sarah is fighting a massive psychological war within herself. She is using Brady as a human shield against her undeniable magnetic pull towards Xander. We already know Philip Kyriakis is playing Cupid and recently trapped Sarah and Xander in the Kyriakis wine cellar. You cannot put those two in a confined space and expect Sarah to just forget her soulmate. She is terrified of the dark side of Xander, so she is sprinting toward the safety of Brady Black. Let's look back at the history between Sarah and Xander to really understand why this proposal is doomed. These two have survived the most insane trauma together. Remember the heartbreaking baby swap storyline with baby Mickey? Xander literally switched babies to protect Sarah from the pain of losing her child. It was twisted, it was illegal, but in his warped mind, it was born out of pure, desperate love. They have a bond that is forged in absolute fire. Brady and Sarah, they have a nice, comfortable friendship that escalated into a trauma bond over the recent tainted drug crisis. It is sweet, but it does not have the explosive, soul-crushing passion that Sarah shares with Xander. I passionately defend Xander and Sarah's chemistry, and I ruthlessly criticize the writers for trying to force this Brady and Sarah pairing down our throats. It just feels so incredibly forced, but here's the kicker. The biggest obstacle to this impending engagement is not even Xander or Kristen. It is Rachel Black. Brady is completely delusional if he thinks Rachel is going to accept Sarah Horton as her new step. Rachel is currently an emotional wreck. She is mourning the presumed death of her friend Sophia, and she is cracking under the psychological pressure of Kristen secretly visiting her in that ridiculous Susan Banks disguise. Rachel is already showing major signs of being a bad seed, just like her mother. If Brady brings Sarah into that house and tries to force a blended family, Rachel is going to terrorize Sarah. We have seen Rachel manipulate and scheme before, and she will absolutely destroy Sarah's life to protect her mother's territory. So, what is going to happen when Brady actually pulls out a ring and pops the question? Here is my ultimate prediction based on the show's internal logic. I think Brady will propose in a grand romantic gesture. Sarah, completely panicked by her lingering feelings for Xander, will say yes. She will convince herself that marrying Brady is the smart, logical choice for her and baby Victoria. But a Salem engagement is essentially a ticking time bomb. I predict that Xander is going to find out about the engagement, and he is going to go completely ballistic. Xander is currently distracted by his messy alliance and bedroom antics with Kristen and Gwen, but the second he realizes he is about to lose Sarah forever, he will drop everything. We are going to get a massive public confrontation. Xander will crash the engagement party, or maybe even the wedding itself, and demand that Sarah admit she is settling for Brady. And let's not forget the ultimate cliffhanger potential. Imagine Sarah walking down the aisle to Brady, and the church doors burst open, and it is Kristen DiMera, back from the dead or back from wherever EJ stashed her, ready to object to the wedding and reclaim her family. Absolutely amazing television. At the end of the day, Brady's desire to build a stable home is heartbreakingly naive. He is a legacy character who deserves happiness, but he is looking for it in the completely wrong place. Sarah is just a band-aid for his deep-rooted trauma, and Brady is just a safe harbor for Sarah's fear of Xander. They are using each other, even if they don't consciously realize it. And in the world of soap operas, relationships built on fear and convenience always end in spectacular disaster. What do you guys think? Do you want to see Brady and Sarah actually tie the knot? Or are you like me, just counting down the days until Xander swoops in and steals his girl back? And how do you think Rachel is going to react to the news of a new stepmom? Drop your thoughts, theories, and rants in the comments below, because I love reading what you guys have to say. Do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on our daily Salem up. Until next time, keep watching the Hourglass.